Picture this. You press play on your sofa in Lisbon, and at that very instant, the same cat fail clip rolls on a phone in Tokyo. No shipping, no jet lag, just one click and a video that sprints beneath two oceans. How on earth can a file outrun a jumbo jet? Hold that mental GIF. By the end, you will know why the spinning buffering circle is modern profanity, and how engineers hustle to keep it off your screen. Let's start with the hidden highway under the sea. The biggest surprise in global streaming is that most data does not fly through satellites. It glides along the seabed. Almost 5 million kilometers of submarine fiber optic cables lie on ocean floors, stitched together like glass spaghetti. Imagine a garden hose bundle wrapped in steel armor. Inside are dozens of hair-thin glass strands. Each strand carries pulses of laser light flickering billions of times per second. Light for 1, darkness for 0. One single fiber can move tens of terabits each second, enough to feed every Netflix stream in a small country. Keep that laser image in mind. In a moment, you will hear how one strand can act like dozens without adding extra glass. From couch to coast in under a blink. When you tap play, your video request does not leap straight across the ocean. First, it zips to an edge data center, often in your own city, where a content delivery network, people say CDN, checks whether that exact clip is already cached locally. If yes, you get almost instant playback. But brand new episodes or live matches are often missing from the cache. Those packets ride terrestrial fiber to the nearest coastal landing station, a seaside fortress full of electronics. There, lasers hand off the data into the undersea cable, and the real marathon begins. Time for the rainbow hiding inside one fiber. Engineers use something called dense wavelength division multiplexing. In friendly words, they squeeze many differently colored laser beams down a single strand without letting them tangle. Picture pushing an entire rainbow through a soda straw. Every color sticks to its own lane. Each color carries its own movie, song, or Zoom call. That is why one glass hair can swallow 18 terabits per second, while your home Wi-Fi panics when 3 laptops download at once. Great, lots of light, but light fades. How does it survive 10,000 kilometers of salty darkness without dimming to black? The answer is the laser pit stop. Meet the laser pit stops called repeaters. Light traveling in glass loses muscle every 70 or 80 kilometers. To fix that, engineers drop submarine repeaters, metal cylinders the size of a picnic cooler, along the cable. Each repeater grabs the tired rainbow, boosts it, and pushes it onward. They draw power through thin copper conductors running beside the fibers, and must work a quarter of a century without a coffee break. If one fails, a specialized ship must haul the cable up, cut, splice, and rebury it. Rescue missions cost millions, which is why repeaters face torture tests of heat, pressure, and vibration before ever touching seawater, landing on the other side and fanning out inland. After its deep-sea sprint, the rainbow pops ashore at a second landing station. Giant routers slice the traffic onto national backbones. Regional providers move it to city exchanges. Neighborhood fiber, or coax, drags it the last mile to your router. Why does that roadmap not add painful seconds? Because each router holds a packet only microseconds, and dynamic routing software always selects the least crowded path available. That smart path picking is what makes a video start at low quality, and then sharpen. Hang on, the blur to sharp trick is coming. The 3 villains of streaming: latency, jitter, and loss. Streaming fails for exactly 3 reasons. Latency is the raw travel time. Jitter is latency's mood swing, packets arriving off-beat. Packet loss is data that vanishes and must be resent. A content delivery network shrinks latency by hoarding popular files near you. Adaptive streaming fights jitter and loss by chopping a video into tiny chunks, each available in multiple quality levels. Your app begins with a cautious low-resolution chunk, measures real bandwidth, then auto-upgrades to HD or even 4K once the network proves stable. That is why brand new trailers often open in blurry mode for a few seconds. Why satellites sit on the reserve bench. If seabed cables perform so well, why launch broadband satellites? 2 reasons: remote locations and redundancy. In 2022, Tonga's lone cable snapped during a volcanic eruption. Satellites kept emergency phones alive even though latency soared to half a second. Low Earth constellations such as Starlink orbit only 500 kilometers up, so round-trip delay drops to 40 milliseconds, almost fiber-like. Yet each satellite serves limited customers. In short, satellites are a brilliant backup, not a full-time replacement for glass snakes under the Atlantic. Why 5th-generation mobile cannot replace glass either? Your phone may flash a shiny 5G on the screen, but each mobile tower still rides a fiber backhaul. If that backhaul chokes, the radio cell collapses. Spectrum is a limited pie shared among everyone at a concert. Fiber adds capacity by lighting more laser colors. The future will be hybrid. Subsea cables provide brute capacity, while 5G and future Wi-Fi give flexible access. Together, they stop your cliffhanger episode from freezing into a spinning wheel. A final ingredient is still missing: the brainy algorithm that tweaks your video flow 40 times every second. The zipper algorithm keeping streams smooth. Google's congestion control recipe, called BBR, treats the internet like a zipper that constantly tightens or loosens. The code measures delivery speed and delay spikes, then adjusts data flow around 40 times per second. Result: fewer stalls, happier binge watchers. Most big tech firms run similar secret sauces. Whenever an app seems psychic about your bandwidth, remember it is simply math doing interval training behind the scenes. The next wave: Super Rainbow Cable. Projects such as 2Africa or Amitié will carry 24 fiber pairs instead of 8 and squeeze even more colors into every strand. They ditch heavy copper layers and use smarter repeater gear, aiming for more than half a petabit per second. Translation: 8K films, cloud gaming, and live VR concerts will feel as immediate as today's full HD. Your grandkids will grumble about buffering the way you complain about dial-up tones. Flash recap: oceans are stitched with hair-thin glass lines. A rainbow of laser colors races through each line. Repeaters boost that rainbow every 80 kilometers. CDNs, adaptive bit rates, and zipper algorithms dodge delay. Satellites and 5G fill gaps, but fiber wrangles the heavy traffic. Now you know that a single cat clip relies on a luminous rainbow sprinting through pitch-black water. Next time buffering barges in, maybe give those lasers a moment before cursing your router. Hit like if you earned a new fun fact, and subscribe for the next teardown. Why one wall murders Wi-Fi while another barely slows it. Until then, keep those packets flying and the popcorn popping.